I'm back again. This is part 2, episode 2. I don't know why my phone keep on doing this. It just stops recording. And I have enough memory on it, so I don't know why. I'm sorry, really sorry. But I was showing you my plant and mushroom dyed yarn. And I have this color. This color. It's a green one I really like, and it's not the same, but a little bit close to this color. And I have this. It's like brown with a little touch of red in it. Another orange one. Oh, I love this one. Really love it. And you see, I can put almost any color together and they go together. That's what I really love about plant dyeing and mushroom dyeing. You can put all of them together, brown, yellow, everything, orange, red. You can put them together and it looks great, I think. So, like I said, in the future I will show you, because I'm gonna dye some yarn. But I think I will buy some merino wool, because that's what I want to use. So now I'm gonna have to show, look, I mean, there was something else I wanted to tell you. Oh, I live in Sweden, as you know. I live in the north of Sweden, but not really high up. I live in an area called the High Coast, the Swedish High Coast. It's quite unique in the surroundings, in the nature and everything, because oh crap, I can't describe it now in English. I can't find the right words in my head. But you can look it up on the internet. Just write Swedish High Coast and you can see how it looks and read about why it's so unique. So that's one thing. And then I wanted to talk about Americans. Because you guys are so lucky. We always say in Sweden, anything you want, you can find it in America or the USA. Because, in Sweden, we do not even have, if you just take one thing, sock yarn. We don't have a lot of brands of sock yarn. I know of like maybe 5. And there are 3 indie dyers I know of, and that's it. And I am drooling over all of the American yarns, but it gets too expensive. You have to pay the custom charges and the shipping and everything. It's too expensive for me. So I am drooling over it, and every time I love when all of the podcasters show what they have bought. And if they have been to Rhinebeck, that's another thing. You have Rhinebeck and you have wool festivals all over. We don't. So you are so lucky in that way. And what was I gonna say? The sock yarn. What was it now? Oh, when you podcasters show everything you have bought at Maryland, Sheep and Wool, Rhinebeck, SSK, everything, it's like my eye candy. I love it, it's like I'm just drooling all over the place, but I love to see it anyway. I just love to see. And the self-striping yarns are amazing, amazing. That also, blows my mind. You have so much to choose from. And and desert, what's it called now? Desert Vista Dye Works and Dancing Dog Dye Works, Kirby Werby yarns, and what's the brand of her name? I think her name is Laura, and have the Dyer's Notebook. Her yarn is gorgeous too. That's not self-striping, but yes it is. She has self-striping yarn and variegated and stuff. Maybe semi-solids or solids too. I can't remember as I speak now. But she has lovely yarn. It's so much lovely yarn. I'm so jealous. Or is it called envious? Envious, I think, is the right word. Anyway, so you're lucky in that way. And I was actually sitting with a friend at one point typing stuff in on the internet, because I said, I bet you I can type anything in and there's gonna come up something from America where you can find the thing. And anything I could think of, I could find in America. So that's really great, and makes me drool all over the place, but it's good for you guys. Anyway, I also wanted to talk about, I mentioned it a little bit quick last time, wet felting wool. I don't know if that is the right words for it, but I have no other. This is a fabric I have wet felted, so I have made the fabric from wool. And then I have cut pieces, sewed it together and made a little bit of embroidery on it. Simple embroidery. I just made up as I was doing it. And in this I keep my nålbindningsnålar. And I think someone wrote to me on YouTube or Instagram or Ravelry, I can't remember now, but somebody told me what it was called in English. Needle, I can't remember. Anyway, you use needles like that. I have many different, I can't show you all. Oh, and I'm sweating all over the place because I was hoping I wouldn't be nervous, but I really am. I try not to be. I'm not as nervous as I was the last time. I just have to put some of this on my lips because they started to feel so dry. Hubby, actually, I was really touched because hubby, he's not a knitter, and he listened to me talk about it very much. And he looked through my whole episode, not just a few minutes. He looked through it all, and that made me really happy, so thank you, honey. And he said that he was looking if my hands were shaking because he could see how nervous I was, because he knows me very well, and I don't think they were. I don't think so, but I was really nervous. I'm not that nervous this time, but I'm still nervous and sweating a bit. Sorry. So that's that. I also wanted to talk. I wanted to talk about this. This is a necklace I love. It's a Viking replica of a necklace they found on Gotland or something like that you call it, but in Swedish it's called Gotland. And I love it, really love it. I can't remember now as I speak what it's called and the history, but they were talking about if they used it as an they used it for, and some think they used it to start fires, like a burning crystal, because this is a crystal. Don't know the English word for it. I should have looked that up, but I forgot about it. And some other some other people think that they used it for, you know, the völvorna, the Viking völvorna. I don't know what I'm gonna call it, but you know, people who is can see in the future, can see into the future, and those people use this, they think. So they are talking and can't decide really. There was another thing, I don't know if it had anything to do with navigation, or maybe I'm wrong, I can't remember, but they are not sure, but it's from the Viking age, and this is a replica. You can buy bigger ones and smaller ones, and this I love. So that I wanted to mention. I also wanted to mention bags. I love different bags, and I need more. And my mother-in-law started to teach me, because I can't sew. I'm bad at it. And if I make something that actually comes out okay, it's just pure luck. So she is gonna teach me more. And I really want a wedge bag, I think you call them. And I want, you know, I have a little strange taste, some people think, but this is the fabric I have that bag out of. And I have a little bit of my own, and I wanted to sew a wedge bag out of it, so we'll see if that is something I will do. I have to practice on another fabric, because I only have this little and I love it. And I also wanted a small wedge bag for socks and stuff out of this retro fabric. Also a Swedish retro fabric, I'm pretty sure, and I really love the colors. My favorite color are green, but I love many colors. I have many favorite colors, but if I have to choose only one, it's gonna be green. It is green, but I really love purple, plummy purple. I really love gray, orange, red, the darker red ones, and yellow, and like mustard yellow, and what else? Rust. Is it called rust? I can't explain it. And teals and petrol, dark petrol, and oh, I really like many colors, and all the plant and mushroom dyed colors I love really much. So, but I really want a wedge bag. I think those look great too. So I'm gonna try and make some, and if the first one I do is a success, I might do more, because I need more. I really need a lot more, because I don't have so many bags actually. And I'm the kind of girl that has, or woman, or whatever you want to call me, that has like 20, 30, sometimes even projects on at the same time. And sometimes I work at many, so it takes me a long time to get anything finished, but then all of a sudden I get a lot of them finished. So that's things that might happen in the podcast if I continue to do this, and as of right now I want to, because you guys want me to. And that makes me so happy. So of course I'm gonna have to make more, if you like this one too. Another thing I wanted to talk about is a little bit about myself. I'm really creative and I like many different things. I like singing. I sing a lot. Hubby plays the guitar and we often sing. He sings too and he plays the guitars. I just sing. But that's stuff we do in the evenings sometimes. And if we have people over for dinner and stuff, they usually want us to sing, and that's really fun. And I love to sing, so. Other things I like is baking and growing things like flowers, herbs, cucumber, tomatoes, many different vegetables and stuff. That I think is really fun. And I like cooking too, but not as much as baking. And sometimes, you know, I get sick of cooking because I have to. I have to make dinner and I have to eat. And then I sometimes get really, really sick of it. But if I can make stuff, and I'm the kind of person that I make things up as I go along. I don't follow recipes very often. I make my own. And I don't write it down very often. I just improvise dinners and stuff and baking. And my youngest son had said, you have to write this down, and I actually have done that. So I'm gonna be better at it. But I'm improvising, and I also wanted to say I'm the same with patterns. I have a hard time following patterns because maybe I'm stupid, I don't know. I am good at improvising. If I see a picture of a sweater, I can make it if it's not, you know, lazy and complicated. But if it's just a plain sweater, I can look at the picture and I can make my own exactly like that, improvising it as I knit. But following patterns is hard for me. I really want to be better at it, and I try to be better at it, but I get so frustrated. I buy patterns and I don't understand them. Some patterns I do understand, but I don't understand them all, and I feel so stupid when I don't. It's really hard for me to understand patterns, and I don't know why. Maybe my head is there's something wrong, I don't know. My brain works a bit different, I think. And also I have a really bad memory. I just want to mention that because I really want to answer all the comments and stuff right away, but sometimes I think that I do it later, and later I forget about it, but I'm gonna try and be really good at it. And also I have made the little picture on the Ravelry group, Disas Craftwork podcast group, and I'm not good at stuff like that. It took me many hours. I don't know how to do it without using one of my pictures, and I chose a picture I have taken and like, and that's what I'm using. Not the greatest, but for now it's gonna be like that. And also some of the comments on YouTube I can't answer. I can answer almost all of them, but a few I can't. When I push the answering thing, I can't explain it now. My head is blank, but I don't get up. That's all wrong. Forget about it. I just can't answer them all, and I don't know why. So I'm sorry if I haven't said thank you for your sweet comment on YouTube, but I have read it and I'm really thankful for it. Now I'm gonna see if there was anything else. I think that this is starting to be a long episode, so maybe I should stop now. I'm just gonna look if there were anything more. Well, I can talk about that the next time. I think that will be it for this time. I don't know if you could see me or not, but now I'm saying it like almost in English, but mirra is it called. And you know, you don't, we have 3 letters in our Swedish language that you don't have. I want to show you that. I am gonna hold this up. It's these 3. I hope you can see it. It is